I told myself I'd scroll for 5 minutes and suddenly it's midnight. That's by design. And parents are worried about what these social media apps are doing to young minds. These days, every spare moment is spent scrolling. Courts agree. Meta and YouTube were just ordered to pay millions to a young woman who said her social media addiction led to years of anxiety, depression and body image issues. The issue has become so serious that governments are stepping in. Australia already made the move. Full social media ban for under 16s. Others are following suit. So, should social media really be off limits for kids? And what does it mean for everyone else? Let's start with the core problem. The real issue isn't just kids scrolling too much. It's about why they can't stop. Every like, every notification and every scroll. It's giving your brain tiny rewards. The algorithm is constantly learning about you and the things you like to see on your feed. So the more you scroll, the harder it gets to stop. Researchers say heavy use is linked to poorer mental health, especially in teens. But are bans really the solution? First, which countries besides Australia are looking to ban or already do so? Indonesia restricts access for children under 16, as does the Indian state Karnataka. France is in the process of passing a ban for under 15-year-olds. Bans are being discussed in the UK, Denmark, Greece, Spain, Ireland, Malaysia, Norway, Italy, China, Slovenia and Austria. So yeah, it's a global issue. Yet, researchers aren't entirely clear about the effects of social media, because social media isn't all bad. For some people, that's where their friends are, where they can express themselves, and where they find communities they don't have in real life. A ban could also limit access to news and slow digital skill development. We must remember that children need to learn how to use digital technology at the right time, at the right age and with proper guidance. There still needs to be development for children in the digital world because they cannot be separated from it. They will eventually have to survive in it. And some fear a ban could push kids to even more unregulated corners of the internet.
I think banning mainstream platforms will only force younger people to go towards platforms where there's more dangerous things like the dark web and stuff.
In Australia, the ban went into full effect in December 2025. So, how's it going there? Just a few months in, there are already some problems. Platforms aren't enforcing the rules. Kids can still sign up. 1/5 of Australian teenagers under 16 were still using social media 2 months after the ban.
It's just kind of pointless. It's just we're just gonna create new ways to get on these platforms. So what's the point, you know?
Australia aims to tighten the rules. By the way, kids who break the rules and their parents will face no fines. Australia puts all the responsibility on the platforms. That's where age verification comes in. Brazil, for example, just took a massive step with the digital ECA, also known as the FALCA law. It requires robust age verification to access what is considered high-risk content, including certain parts of social media. You might have to show your ID or even scan your face. This creates a new problem: privacy. You're handing over personal and biometric data. We're stuck between two risks.
A system that's absolutely bulletproof oftentimes collects way too much. And a system that does nothing also might be problematic right now. And I think we're always grappling between that.
And the systems aren't perfect. They can often be wrong, especially in the case of ethnic minorities. They can also be fooled by masks, for example, or other ways. Bottom line, there's no simple answer. Bans might help in some ways, but they don't fix the core issue, because social media isn't going anywhere.
I don't think we can put all responsibility on social media providers. We have responsibility as consumers to be smart about it. As parents, you won't give your child, you won't give them access to tobacco or alcohol. So why would you give them access to something that may be damaging?
What do you think? Should platforms be fully responsible? Or do we all need to rethink how we use this stuff? Let us know.